We are continuing our study of chapter 7 today on Hebrews and Judaism with lesson 2 after the several videos that you've watched. So today we're going to be talking about Jewish beliefs and texts. The big idea for today's lesson is the central ideas and laws of Judaism are contained in sacred texts such as the Torah. The main ideas, beliefs in God, education, justice, and obedience anchor Jewish society. Jewish beliefs are listed in the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible, and the commentaries. The Dead Sea Scrolls reveal many past Jewish beliefs, and the ideas of Judaism have helped shape later cultures, such as our own. So main idea 1, belief in one God. We mentioned this when we talked about Abraham's covenant with God. So this is monotheism. That is the belief in one God. It's polytheism if you believe in many. But Judaism is the world's oldest and possibly the first monotheistic religion that we're aware of. In this religion, they have a strong belief in not only one God, but in education, justice and righteousness, and obedience in the law. So the children, mostly the boys, not the girls, not saying that the girls aren't important in Jewish society, they are, but there's a social hierarchy where the men are deemed more important. So mainly the boys were the ones who were educated. Jews are expected to be kind and fair when they're dealing with other people. This is a display of justice. They are also supposed to be righteous. In other words, they're supposed to do what is right, what is proper. And they are also to obey moral and religious laws such as the Ten Commandments, remember that Moses received on Mount Sinai, and the Mosaic Law. The Torah is the Jewish holy book. It is their quote-unquote Bible. It is a collection of 5 books, and this is their most sacred text. They worship in a synagogue, which is like what we would call a church. And nearly every synagogue has a Torah. It's kind of like every church having a Bible. So this Hebrew Bible, the Torah, is made up of those 5 books called the Torah, the Proverbs, and the book of Psalms. So if you know anything about the Christian Bible, that's in the Old Testament. It is also made up of the 8 books that describe the messages of the prophets. Okay, so the most sacred book to the Jews, the Hebrews, is the Torah. Then we have the commentaries. Some of the Jewish laws are really, really difficult to understand. So the really smart people then, the scholars, wanted everyday people to be able to understand it. So they wrote commentaries to help explain the Torah. And these can be found in something called the Talmud. So the Torah, most holy book, the commentaries found in the Talmud help explain the Jewish laws. You're going to come back and watch this video, which will help you understand what I just taught a little better. In 1947, in a cave, someone found some scrolls, and this cave was beside the Dead Sea. So they called them the Dead Sea Scrolls. And they think that they were written somewhere between 100 BC, which in the new terminology is BCE, before Common Era, and AD 50, or Common Era 50. So about 100 years before Christ's birth and about 50 years after. And these scrolls included things like prayers, the commentaries that we just talked about, letters, and also passages from the Hebrew Bible. So this was a great find for the Jewish people. Here's a picture of what it looked like, and this is the cave in which it was found. You can see the Dead Sea here. And because of the hot, dry desert climate as to where it was found, it's remarkably preserved to be about 2,000 years old. You're going to come back and watch this video, which will further explain. So our fourth main idea is the ideas of Judaism have helped shape latter cultures, and I mentioned such as our own. Judaism helped shape the largest religion in Western society today, which is Christianity. It also helped shape Islam, which you will learn more about in 7th grade. Many, many people still look to the 10 Commandments as a guide so they don't work on the weekends, especially their Sabbath, their holy day. They honor the Sabbath. And people also give to charities. And you see this a lot in the Jewish teachings. So all of our roots go back to this as well. And Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, 3 of the world's largest religions, are linked through the Abrahamic faith. So this is the end of lesson 7.2. We will pick up later on lesson 3, which is Judaism over the centuries.